Hello to Ben and George and Ray's brother, Roz's brother, and Sean. We're going to do this standard issue end of round video from east to west. So we're going to get started right away. And hopefully we're right on the money. I feel like I paid particularly close attention to the accounting, so hopefully it paid off. We have 2 strategic bombers in central United States, 1 tank, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 AA guns, and 3 mechanized divisions. In 101 there are 5 transports, 1 cruiser, 1 carrier with 2 fighters, 1 battleship. 106 has a transport and a cruiser of the British Persuasion. In 109 there are 2 transports and 1 destroyer. London, there are 9, 10 infantry, British Persuasion, 2 French infantry, 2 British fighters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AA guns, 1 tactical bomber, 1 tank, 1 artillery, and 1 mechanized. The only other sea ship in the Atlantic is a destroyer. It's British. There's a British Strat bomber in Morocco, 3 infantry, French in Algeria. Tunisia has 2 Italian infantry. Tobruk has 2 Italian infantry, 1 mech, 1 tank, 2 artillery, 1 Anzac infantry in Alexandria, another one in Anglo-Egypt, Sudan. In Egypt, there is 1 fighter, 3 British infantry, 2 British artillery pieces. French Equatorial Africa, there is 1 infantry, Belgian Congo, and Italian artillery, of legend, by the way. Don't ask me to pronounce it, but there's 2 Brits there. C-Zone 72, there's a transport, a battleship, and that's a cruiser. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Anyway, French cruiser in 98. Let's make our way back up to Europe, Southern Europe. Italy has 2 fighters of Italian Persuasion, 2 AA pieces, 4 infantry, 1 German fighter, 1 German tactical bomber. Northern Italy has a tank and an artillery piece. Southern France has 4 Italian infantry, 1 Italian artillery, 1 Italian tank. Oh, make it another Italian infantry, 2 in total. In addition to that, there are 2 Italian AA pieces in Paris, 1 German infantry, of a very fancy Persuasion, by the way. I bought that from Wolf's Den Design. It's one of my favorite pieces. Anyway, there's also an AA gun there. In Western Germany, there are 2 AA guns, 3 German artillery pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry. Germany has another 6 infantry as well as 6 tanks. Nothing in Greater Southern Yugoslavia, Slovakia, Hungary. In Warsaw, however, there are 1 tactical bomber and 1 fighter. Romania is quite an inventory. Let's get at it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters, 1, 2, 3 tactical bombers, 2 strats, 1, 2, 3 tanks, 3, 4 infantry, 1 AA piece. Bessarabia has 1 artillery, 2 mechanized, 1 tank, 2 infantry. Eastern Poland has 3 men and an AA piece. Baltic States has 1, 2, 3, 6 infantry, 3 artillery, 1 AA piece. There is a transport for Germany in 115 and a sub for Russia in 125. Karelia has 4 Russian infantry that we're all familiar with, and in Freiburg there are 6 German infantry. Leningrad has 3 newly placed infantry. Archangel has the remnants of his retreat from, strategic retreat from Leningrad that comprises of 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry, 2 AA, 2 artillery. Belarus has 1 artillery. Moscow has 1 tactical bomber, 3 fighters, 1 tank, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Bryansk has 3 tanks, 1 artillery, 1 AA piece, and 1 infantry. Western Ukraine has 1 infantry. I believe we already did Bessarabia. Ukraine has 3 infantry, 1 AA piece, and 2 artillery in an effort to finish up Russia and Yenisei. There are 5, 6 infantry in Yakut. There are 2 AA pieces and 12 infantry. That's the extent of Russian forces. Let's move on back down. Persia has 1 British infantry. Transjordan has 1 French infantry. Egypt, 1 fighter. 2 men, 2 artillery. I think we already did this. Yeah, we did. And we did that too. So, 39. We have a transport for Britain. 2 Anzac fighters. 3, 4, 5 British artillery. 2 British fighters. 1 British tactical bomber. 1 British... actually, 1, 2, 3 British AA pieces. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 infantry for Britain and 1 mechanized. Burma has 1 infantry. Siam has 2 Japanese infantry. Nothing in Shan State. It all moved down to Malaya, where there are currently 5 British infantry, 1 Anzac infantry, 1 Anzac fighter, and 2 British infantry in Sumatra. By the way, there is reason to question this Anzac fighter. It was there at the end of the last turn. Anzac just took their turn. Yeah, I know what happened here. The guys from Java could make it. I'm not sure if that was in your written instructions. If it wasn't, he's still sitting there. But if it's a... anyway, I still have a fighter there. 37, there is a destroyer for Anzac. Siam has 2 infantry. We'll go to China. Sikang, 1 infantry. Sensi, 1 infantry. Nothing in Kangsu. Shanghai has 7 Chinese infantry and 1 fighter. Sayun, Japanese. From here on in, it's all Japanese. 2 infantry. Chahar, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 fighters. Hopei actually has Chinese infantry, 2 of them. Anhui has a tactical bomber and a fighter for Japan. Quichao has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 mechanized. Yunnan, the place of legend, has 2 infantry, 1 tank, 1 artillery. Hunan, with an H, has 1 infantry. Kotang still has the original 2 British infantry. And there is a sizable force in Guangxi. It is 2 tanks, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters, 1, 2, 3 tactical bombers, 2 strategic bombers. Java has 1. We already did that. There is a British destroyer in C-Zone 36. A British... oh, no, that's an Anzac destroyer in 37. The Japanese have a fleet in 36 comprising of a battleship, a destroyer, a cruiser, a sub, and 4 transports. 2 infantry in Philippines. Let's move on up. Manchuria, 4 men, 1 artillery piece. C-Zone 6, 4 transports. 3 fully loaded carriers, each with 1 fighter and 1 tac. There are 3 destroyers, 1 sub, 1 battleship, and 1 cruiser. A man in Iwo Jima, a man in Palu, 2 men in Caroline, along with 1 AA piece. There is an Anzac destroyer. No. Oh, that's an Anzac cruiser in 45 with a newly... excuse me, I'm allergic to good looking, and I sure am. And a newly placed infantry in Dutch New Guinea for the bonus. In Queensland, there are 2 infantry, 2 AA pieces, 1 artillery piece, and there is still a cruiser in 54. Wake Island, there is 1 fighter for the United States in Wake Island. In 24, there is 1 sub for America. 25 has a destroyer, 15 has a sub, 8 has a destroyer. We already did the assessment of 8, so now we're almost there. 26, yeah, there's nothing in New Zealand. 26, we have on Honolulu itself 1 mech, 1 artillery, 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 2 cruisers out to the sea zone of 26, 1 battleship, 1 destroyer, 2 transports, 2 fully loaded carriers with a complement of 3 fighters and 1 tactical bomber. In total, Again, 24 sub, 15 sub, 8 destroyer. And in the Western United States, to finish out this video, there are 2 AA pieces. That's the entirety of the map. I'm fairly confident, but by all means, bring any discrepancies to my attention, and I will fix them immediately.